Germany doesn't just build machines, they engineer perfection. And when German companies stepped into the excavator game, the entire world felt the impact. Stronger hydraulics, smarter designs, unmatched precision, and engineering so advanced it forced every competitor to adapt or fall behind. These weren't just excavators, they were turning points in construction history. Get ready, because these are the 10 German excavators that changed the industry forever. Number 1. O&K RH6. The O&K RH6 is often remembered as the excavator that completely shifted how the world understood hydraulic precision. Before its arrival, excavators in the 1970s and early 1980s tended to focus on raw strength. Manufacturers prioritized digging power and breakout force over smoothness and fine control. But the RH6 disrupted this mindset by proving that an excavator could be both powerful and incredibly precise. Its hydraulic system was engineered with a then unheard-of level of sensitivity, giving operators full command over boom, dipper, and bucket movement with almost surgical accuracy. This instantly made the RH6 a favorite for trenching, fine grading, foundation excavation, and city construction where accuracy mattered more than brute force. Operators repeatedly praised how natural it felt to control the RH6, describing it as an extension of their own hands rather than a machine that needed constant correction. The RH6 was also a pioneer in operator comfort. During an era when cabins were cramped, noisy, and poorly insulated, O&K provided a more spacious interior, better visibility, reduced vibrations, and intuitive control placement. These improvements led to increased productivity and less fatigue during long operating shifts, something that was not yet a global industry priority. Its overall durability also won respect among contractors, with many RH6 units lasting far longer than competitive models. Ultimately, the RH6 raised global expectations and forced other manufacturers, including Caterpillar and Komatsu, to improve their hydraulic tuning. It may not have been the biggest excavator O&K ever made, but its influence on modern hydraulic design was enormous. The RH6 didn't just work well, it changed what the world expected an excavator to feel like. Number 2. Liebherr R961. The Liebherr A961 stood as a landmark excavator from the moment it entered the mining world. At a time when the industry was struggling with machines that overheated, broke under stress, or failed in extreme climates, the A961 arrived with an unmatched reputation for durability and endurance. This was a machine built for the toughest jobs: open-pit mines, quarry operations, and massive earth-moving assignments. Every component of the A961 was engineered with ruggedness in mind. Its heavy-duty undercarriage resisted wear even on abrasive rock surfaces, while its boom and dipper were reinforced with thick steel to withstand repeated high-stress digging. Mining operators quickly learned that the A961 could tackle incredibly dense material without slowing down or suffering structural fatigue. Beyond strength, the A961 introduced technological improvements that set new global expectations. Its cooling system was one of the most efficient ever designed for a mining excavator at the time, allowing it to operate for extremely long shifts, even in hot, dusty environments where other machines failed. This reliability made it a favorite for major mining operators who needed equipment that would not interrupt tight production schedules. The R961's massive bucket capability and high-torque engine created a new level of productivity, inspiring competing manufacturers to upgrade their designs. Even decades later, many R961 units remain operational, a testament to the machine's legendary build quality. By pushing durability and strength to new limits, the R961 transformed what the mining industry demanded from heavy excavators, securing its place as one of the most influential German machines ever built. Number 3. Menck M500. The Menck M500 is often seen as the final great cable excavator before the hydraulic revolution permanently changed the industry. Long before hydraulics dominated the construction landscape, cable-operated machines like the M500 were the backbone of deep excavation, dredging, and foundation work. The M500 established itself as a machine of extraordinary power and mechanical resilience. It was built with thick steel plates, massive winches, and a cable system that delivered overwhelming lifting and digging force, far more than what early hydraulic machines of the era could match. Even as hydraulics matured, the M500 continued to outperform in certain applications simply because its cable system allowed it to move enormous loads with unmatched reliability. Operators admired the M500 for one primary reason: it was practically unbreakable. This machine thrived in environments that destroyed lesser excavators, including mining pits, river dredging operations, steel plant construction, and deep foundation piling. Unlike hydraulic systems, which were sensitive to leaks, heat, and contamination, the M500's cable-driven design could keep working even under brutal conditions with minimal maintenance. Many machines remained operational well into the 1990s and early 2000s, long after other cable excavators had become obsolete. But beyond its durability, the M500 symbolized a transitional moment in excavator history. Engineers around the world studied its performance to understand the limits of mechanical lifting power. While hydraulics eventually took over, the M500 proved that there were still applications where cables excelled. Its influence can still be seen today in specialized cranes, draglines, and heavy-duty lifting equipment. As one of the toughest excavators ever built, the Menck M500 left a legacy that continues to shape heavy machinery engineering. Number 4. O&K RH120. The O&K RH120 is widely regarded as one of the most transformative mining excavators ever created. When it debuted, it instantly set a new benchmark for what large hydraulic excavators could achieve. This machine introduced a level of power, efficiency, and reliability that the industry had never seen before. Powered by dual engines, the RH120 generated tremendous hydraulic pressure, enabling it to move colossal quantities of earth with remarkable speed. Its bucket capacity allowed operators to load the biggest mining trucks with surprising efficiency, dramatically increasing productivity. What made the RH120 especially groundbreaking was its hydraulic performance. The machine delivered smooth boom motion, fast cycle times, and precise operator control despite its massive size. Many mining companies discovered that the RH120 could outperform cable shovels in certain situations, a revelation that marked a major turning point in mining equipment technology. Its ease of maintenance also helped cement its success. Engineers designed the RH120 with accessible components and simplified servicing, reducing downtime and saving operators millions in maintenance costs over its lifespan. The RH120 became so influential that its engineering principles shaped the next generation of mega excavators. It directly inspired larger machines such as the RH200, RH340, and the iconic RH400, today known as the Caterpillar 6090, the largest hydraulic excavator in the world. The RH120 proved that hydraulic technology had fully matured and that massive mining excavators no longer needed to rely on old cable-driven mechanisms. It revolutionized both O&K's legacy and the future of the mining industry. Number 5. Liebherr A900. The Liebherr A900 is widely credited as the first wheeled excavator that truly felt modern. Before the A900, wheeled excavators were often considered niche machines suited only for light municipal work. They lacked stability, speed, and hydraulic refinement compared to their tracked counterparts. But Liebherr's A900 changed these perceptions almost overnight. Engineers designed it with a powerful hydraulic system and a high-speed travel capability that allowed operators to move quickly between job sites without additional transport vehicles. This mobility became a massive advantage in urban environments where efficiency and speed were essential. The A900 introduced innovations that elevated wheeled excavators into serious construction tools. Its articulated boom design provided excellent digging versatility, allowing it to handle trenching, pipe installation, roadwork, and utility repairs with equal ease. The machine's stability, one of the biggest challenges for wheeled excavators, was dramatically improved through advanced weight distribution and hydraulic balancing. Operators found they could perform precise digging operations without sacrificing safety or control. The A900's cabin was another highlight, offering unmatched visibility and comfort at the time of its release. Liebherr emphasized ergonomics, anticipating the industry shift toward operator well-being decades before it became a trend. The success of the A900 helped popularize wheeled excavators across Europe, eventually influencing global markets. Its design philosophy can still be seen in today's modern wheeled machines from Volvo, Caterpillar, JCB, and Doosan. by proving that wheeled excavators could be fast, strong, and highly versatile. The Liebherr A900 changed how cities handled construction and infrastructure work. Its influence is still visible across the industry today. Number 6. Atlas 1604. The Atlas 1604 stands as one of the most influential excavators ever produced by Germany, especially when it comes to practical field efficiency and everyday versatility. Introduced in an era when contractors were starting to prioritize fuel savings and reduced operating costs, the 1604 arrived as a perfectly timed machine. It was engineered with an exceptionally efficient hydraulic system that allowed operators to dig, lift, and maneuver with smooth control while consuming noticeably less fuel than many competing excavators of its time. This was a significant achievement in the 1980s, a period marked by rising fuel prices and increasing pressure on contractors to lower their operating expenses. The 1604 gave small and mid-sized companies the confidence to invest in a machine that wouldn't destroy their budget with fuel bills while still delivering the power needed for demanding jobs. Another major reason behind the 1604's long-standing reputation was its incredible versatility. It became a favorite not just in traditional construction work, but also in rail maintenance, forestry, road building, agriculture, and municipal utility projects. Operators admired its stable undercarriage, flexible boom configurations, and durable structural design that allowed it to handle multiple types of attachments with ease. In many regions, the 1604 became known as the Swiss Army knife of excavators because of how effectively it adapted to different tasks. It also featured a comfortable operator cabin with excellent visibility, a factor often underappreciated but extremely valuable during long workdays. Maintenance access was simple and logical, with components placed in a way that allowed mechanics to perform daily checks and repairs quickly, further reducing downtime and increasing job site productivity. The Atlas 1604 did more than just perform well. It shifted the global industry's mindset. It demonstrated that excavators could be powerful without being fuel-greedy, versatile without being over-engineered, and affordable without compromising durability. Its design philosophy influenced future excavators across Europe and helped push manufacturers worldwide toward greater efficiency and operator-focused engineering. In many ways, the 1604 didn't just excel, it helped define what a modern mid-size excavator should be. Number 7. O&K RH400. The O&K RH400 remains one of the most iconic machines ever produced by Germany and easily one of the most influential excavators in the history of mining. When O&K introduced this colossal giant, it immediately became the largest hydraulic excavator in the world, a title it still effectively holds today, even under the Caterpillar 6090 rebranding. Everything about the RH400 was engineered on an entirely different scale. Dual engines producing thousands of horsepower, an enormous hydraulic pump system capable of moving unimaginable amounts of oil, and a bucket so massive it could scoop more earth in one pass than smaller excavators could move in an entire minute. In places like the Canadian oil sands, where colossal machines work in extreme conditions, the RH400 proved itself as the king of productivity, able to load ultra-class mining trucks in just a handful of passes with unmatched consistency. What set the RH400 apart wasn't just size, but reliability. Despite its enormous weight and mechanical complexity, it was engineered with remarkable precision. The undercarriage could withstand brutal terrain. The steel construction resisted fatigue even under constant 24/7 operation, and the hydraulic system maintained consistent flow even in punishing climates. The machine proved that hydraulics, once considered inferior to cable shovels for extreme mining work, could not only compete, but eventually dominate the global mining industry. The RH400 changed the world's perception of what hydraulic excavators could achieve. Its technological DNA can be seen across nearly every modern mega excavator used today. It was a machine that didn't just move earth, it reshaped the mining landscape entirely. Number 8. Liebherr R922. The Liebherr R922 became one of the most influential mid-size excavators of its era, a machine that perfectly embodied German engineering discipline and practical job site efficiency. Unlike the mega excavators built for mining, the R922 was designed for everyday construction, roads, housing projects, landscaping, pipeline installation, and general earth-moving work. But what made it revolutionary was its combination of precision, reliability, and fuel efficiency at a time when few machines could deliver all three simultaneously. Contractors quickly noticed that the R922 performed tasks with a smoothness that surprised even veteran operators. Its hydraulic system delivered exceptional response, allowing delicate trench shaping or powerful digging depending on operator input. It felt predictable, stable, and remarkably refined, qualities that would set the benchmark for future mid-size excavators. Durability was another key component of the R922's influence. Liebherr built the machine with long-lasting components, from the heavy-duty swing gear to the reinforced boom sections designed to withstand continuous daily stress. Its engine design prioritized low fuel consumption and long service life, reducing costs for contractors who often ran their machines for years without interruption. Maintenance access was intentionally simplified, service points were easy to reach, daily checks were convenient, and components were arranged logically. This helped reduce downtime and gave the R922 a reputation as one of the most cost-efficient excavators of its generation. The success of the R922 spread far beyond Germany. It became a global standard for mid-size excavator design, influencing machines from brands like Volvo, Hyundai, and Doosan. Even today, many operators consider the R922 to be one of the most perfectly balanced excavators ever built: strong, smooth, dependable, and exceptionally efficient. Its legacy continues to shape the mid-size category worldwide. Number 9. Fuchs MHL Series. The Fuchs MHL Series may not look like traditional excavators, but their influence on the heavy equipment industry is monumental. Before the MHL series, material handling was often done using modified excavators, machines designed for digging but awkwardly repurposed for sorting scrap, loading ships, handling logs, or managing waste in recycling yards. Fuchs changed that forever by designing a machine specifically engineered for material handling from the ground up. The result was a completely new category of industrial equipment that would replace outdated systems worldwide. The MHL series featured long-reach booms optimized for grabbing and sorting, elevated cabins that provided superior visibility over massive piles of scrap or cargo, and hydraulic systems tuned for smooth, repetitive lifting rather than digging. What made the MHL series groundbreaking was its efficiency in specialized work. Instead of forcing a standard excavator to perform tasks it wasn't built for, the MHL machine made heavy industrial handling faster, safer, and far more productive. Its precise control allowed operators to maneuver grapples with millimeter accuracy. Its superior stability made it ideal for continuous loading work, whether in ports, shipyards, steel plants, or recycling centers. The MHL series also introduced important ergonomic advancements. Its elevated operator cabin wasn't just for visibility, it reduced fatigue, improved safety awareness, and allowed operators to work comfortably even during long shifts. The success of the MHL series forced massive global brands to create entire new categories of material handlers. Today, nearly every major manufacturer, Liebherr, Sennebogen, Caterpillar, Komatsu, produces dedicated industrial handlers inspired directly by the pioneering work of Fuchs. The MHL series didn't just enter the market, it created a market, permanently transforming how industries handle bulk materials. Number 10. Sennebogen 835. The Sennebogen 835 is one of the most influential modern German excavators ever built and a direct successor to the Industrial Revolution started by Fuchs. Whereas Fuchs pioneered the concept, Sennebogen refined it to perfection. The 835 became a global benchmark for material handling machinery thanks to its unparalleled combination of reach, power, efficiency, and modularity. It was designed specifically for high-volume industrial environments where machines must lift thousands of tons of material per day with near-perfect reliability. The 835 excelled at this. Its hydraulic system delivered smooth, controlled movements even when handling heavy scrap metal or dense timber loads. Operators consistently praised its stability, which came from an exceptionally well-balanced undercarriage and advanced weight distribution engineering. One of the greatest innovations of the Sennebogen 835 was its modular design philosophy. Unlike traditional machines, the 835 could be built in multiple configurations, different boom options, various undercarriages, including crawler, wheeled, and stationary pedestal-mounted versions, and the famous elevating cab that could rise dramatically to give operators a commanding view over massive piles of scrap or containers. This modularity made the 835 adaptable to ports, steel mills, recycling centers, sawmills, and industrial yards across the globe. The electric-powered versions became especially popular, offering near-zero emissions and significantly reduced operating costs, something that modern industries value immensely. The 835's reliability sealed its status as an industry icon. Many units run nearly non-stop for years with minimal downtime. Its influence is easy to see today. Nearly every modern industrial material handler takes cues from Sennebogen's engineering. The 835 didn't just improve material handling, it elevated it into a sophisticated, efficient, and specialized branch of heavy equipment. In doing so, it secured its place as one of the most important German excavators ever built. These German machines didn't just do the job. They redefined what an excavator could be. Their innovations shaped modern construction, influenced global brands, and set standards still followed today. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Germany's engineering revolution, hit like, subscribe, and tell me which excavator impressed you the most. Thanks for watching, because the next video explores even more machines that changed the world in ways nobody expected.